Hello everyone, this is Aaron from BemoneyStyle.com. Thank you again for checking out our video content, as I would like to share an upcoming title by Puba and Casado Games with you called the Metronomicon. The game will be available on Steam in September, but those involved with the game were kind enough to give us a sample of the title. The preview build is still quite robust, giving streamers and press access to the content that can be experienced in the first two areas of the adventure. The full adventures run through 5 different environments, meaning our August preview accounts for a still meaty 40% of the game. The game will release with 50 songs total, along with other game mechanics tied into the adventure progression. Bimani Style has featured the Metronomicon on the site before, but in case you missed the coverage, the title leverages mechanics from role-playing and rhythm games simultaneously to challenge the player with timed inputs and resource management. Site members are likely familiar with this melding of genres from Iridium Studios' 2011 release Before the Echo. Some likely find the marriage of music and RPG bizarre, but when I interviewed Jason Wishnov of Iridium Studios, he told me something that has stuck with me since. RPG elements merely present a numerical form of advancement for a player's in-game self. They very easily show quantitative growth. Seeing that growth, a psychological brain pleaser, can really be grafted onto anything. 5 years later, while the ideologies are the same, the Metronomicon still brings a unique experience to the mix. The rhythm elements are toe-tapping, while the RPG elements can force quick decisions. The Metronomicon lets players form parties of 4 members from an eventual pool of 8 characters. Each character represents a lane, meaning the rhythm experience is akin to harmonics' frequency or amplitude. Hitting a series of notes in succession triggers an attack or skill, and being able to seamlessly flow through these lanes to chain the party's actions will determine much of the player's success. A level 1 action can be executed after about 2 bars of successful inputs. Moving from the lane automatically triggers the action, but characters with more skills can build up to 3 levels for stronger actions. At the same time, players need to be mindful of properly equipping and balancing the characters, as cooldowns kick in after an action, and the RPG staples of status conditions also come into play. Players will choose from a song and attempt to survive its duration. Through that time, enemies constantly cycle in. If players can defeat enough enemies, a mini-boss will join the fray, earning the player more rewards if it is taken down. Mini-bosses and bosses can also trigger meteor attacks that change how the player must respond to the rhythm inputs. Through the course of the adventure, players are constantly building levels, earning new equipment and currency, and unlocking side quests to keep progress rolling. The party pools its hit points together into one total, but individual stats need to be kept in mind. For example, the introductory party features a Protector class, which is vital to the player's defense. Attacks done to her hurt less because of her high defense, and skills can be used to taunt and direct all attacks to her. Having varied spell sets also aids the player, as enemies have elemental types that resist or are weak to the variety of spells. Healing, buffing, and attacking must be balanced through the battles, adding a thick layer of depth to the experience. Players will eventually get to a point where the monsters just can't put up a fight, but scoring leaderboards, side quests, and other unlockables still encourage multiple playthroughs of the songs. An arena features challenges with rewards. Players can unlock the game's cinematics and listen to songs at any time, and the game's currency can be cashed in for other features and rewards. The game is slated for release in September, so it still has time in development before it can be reviewed, but at this point, the Metronomicon is on track to be one of the sleeper rhythm hits of 2016. It has a quirky sense of style in its visuals and animations, but the real attraction is in its gameplay balance. There are currently 3 difficulty levels for each song in the game, meaning RPG fans and those looking for something new don't have to be threatened by swarms of inputs. On that same token, the RPG elements require some planning and reaction, but none of the tactics are too involved to distract from the higher rhythm difficulties. It also doesn't hurt that the Metronomicon is lining up a varied setlist featuring some notable acts, including Jimmy Urine of Mindless Self-Indulgence, Shiny Toy Guns, DJ Cutman, J-Punch, and more. There is still a lot going on with the title, as the publisher plans to announce more as pre-orders and the release become available in September. The first portion of the game is really shaping up, and I'm really looking forward to the game's release. I'll be sure to keep on top of the game, so expect to hear more about the Metronomicon soon.